So, like I said, 1991, you become a made man in the Lucchese crime family. You went through the whole ceremony with the pricking your finger and so forth?
Yeah.
How did it feel to walk out of that ceremony a made man for Luccheses?
I'll be honest with you, I didn't feel any different. I thought I would. I thought I would feel this, difference, but, I really didn't feel any different.
Okay, but although you don't feel different, you are different. You're a made man. People can't just do things to you without getting permission, and you now could build up your own crew that kicks up to you, and then you have to kick up also to your boss, right?
Honestly, I never kicked up. They never asked me either. I had a really good captain at the time, George Zappola. And I had an acting captain, little Georgie Conti. We did things together. It wasn't where I had to kick up to them, where they demanded anything from me. So that's not always the case. A lot of guys do. You'll hear stories that guys do, but I never had to.
Well, at the time that you became a made man for the Luccheses, they were at war with the Gambinos. So you no longer being an associate, being an actual made man, you're now a target and you're also expected to join into this war. So describe what this time was like.
Well, I don't think the Gambino, it wasn't an official war. It was kind of, a lot of sneaking was going on. So it wasn't an all-out official war. The two families declared war. We were sneaking their guys. So they didn't know where it was coming from. I guess later on they had an idea where it was coming from. But yeah, we were killing off their guys.
During this time, how many Gambinos actually died?
I would say 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. But key guys. You're talking about captains and key guys that were real gangsters and with the Gambinos.
Okay. And how many Luccheses were getting killed during this time?
None of us. Like I said,
so it was one-sided.
Yeah, it was a one-sided war. So we were kind of, nothing was on record. Nothing was officially said that we're going to war and we're going to, it's our guys against your guys. It was more like we're going to sneak you and, you don't know where it's coming from. Just as long as we don't get caught.
Well, this was before the time you became a made man, but was there a situation in 1986 that the Luccheses tried to kill John Gotti, who was the boss of the Gambinos at the time, with a car bomb?
Yeah, they did. They tried to kill John Gotti coming out of a club. They got his underboss, Frank Gioia Jr. And actually, one of our guys got hurt. Frankie Hart was a made guy with us. And he got hurt in that car bombing as well. But he didn't know it came from the Luccheses, his own family.
Okay. Well, there was a situation where your sister had a popular hair salon in Tribeca. Cyndi Lauper was a client, Bette Midler was a client. And then one of her former employees started a competing hair salon a couple blocks away. And that set off a chain of events. Can you describe that?
Yeah, my sister had a nice state-of-the-art beauty salon in Tribeca. All these celebrity clients were coming to her. It was in the American Express building. And like you said, competition. They wanted to go down the block, 3 blocks down to open up a beauty salon. And I decided to take it out.
Okay. By take it out, you threw a Molotov cocktail into the salon.
Well, eventually I did. What I did was I tried to talk to her through the employees. I told the employee that I was friends with her, say, hey, it's not a good idea for you to open this place. It's not right, trying to poach our workers and recruit our workers. She was very actively in trying to steal our business. And so that talk didn't work. After that, I typed an anonymous letter. I shoved it under her door. Also getting a little more firm with her, saying, hey, this is not a good idea for you to do this. Things could happen. There'll be consequences. And then she didn't listen to that. And then ultimately she opened, and then I firebombed the place. Well, I made sure the place was closed. Nobody got hurt. I made a Molotov cocktail. I threw it through the window and firebombed it. And then after that, she got the message. From what I understand, she got an insurance check for $30,000 and never opened the store.
Did your sister know that you were behind that firebombing?
She didn't know beforehand I was going to do it. Nobody in my family did. I didn't say anything to anybody, so they weren't aware of it. And then after it, I never admitted it to anybody. She kind of, they were guessing, but no, there was no proof. There was no, I didn't tell them that I did it or anything like that. They didn't figure it out.
During this time, your dad is still a made man with Luccheses, but he's basically retired at that point?
Yeah, my father had a brother. He has 5 brothers. One brother who was the closest to him in particular was killed. He was shot 11 times and stuffed in a trunk, and he was missing for 10 days. So my father really took that bad, and he grieved for a lot of years. And with that, he was inactive up until I was a May guy, then after. So the answer to your question is, yeah, he was inactive at the time. He wasn't involved in anything.
Were you having conversations with him? Because now you're a made man and now you're active while he's inactive. Was he trying to talk you out of it? Was he trying to give you direction? Or was there a relationship with your dad during this time?
Me and my dad were in 2 different crews. He was with the Prince Street crew, and I was with the Bensonhurst crew. So we never had any mob dealings or talk or discussions because every crew was doing different things. So no, we never really traded notes, or he didn't get involved with my crew, I didn't get involved with his crew.